Hello, everyone. Welcome to our 10th episode of our Global Educator webinar. Today, I'm so excited to dive into a very crucial topic that is the heart of effective leadership, which is empathy. Our topic is connection before correction. As educational leaders, we all play a very vital role in shaping the lives of students, teachers, and staff. But leadership isn't just about making decisions and setting goals. It's also about understanding and connecting with people you serve. In today's fast paced and often challenging educational landscape, empathy is so important, more than important than ever in our previous generations. It is the key to building trust, fostering positive relationships, and creating a supportive and inclusive school culture. So let's explore into what empathy is. We have our amazing speaker from episode 7 back. So this is her second time, and I'm so excited to have her. Thank you, Aradhana, for accepting my request to. Thank you for accepting my invitation, and thank you for coming back for on our show the second time. You're the first speaker to come back the second time, and I'm so excited. We had so much fun last time. If you haven't caught her video, go back to our YouTube channel and make sure to check her previous video. It's about also as a similar concept. What was the name of our episode last time?
It was positive discipline.
Yes. So last time on our last episode, we dived into what positive discipline can be helpful for moms and teachers. But today we have a very different angle. This is more for leaders, educational leaders, CEOs. If you are any manager, if you are working in a managerial position, this episode is for you. Or if you are planning and striving to pivot and become a leader in the future, this is a great way to prepare yourself. And again, we're so glad to have you again. I'm going to invite Aradhana. She's the founder of Roots, and she's a parenting coach and a wonderful speaker. Let's welcome her.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me on this session. And it's really great to see you again because last session was really I had really good session with you. And today again we are here. So thank you for inviting me and having me here. So let's start with today's topic. As we have already discussed that today we are going to talk about a very important topic that is not important for only for parents, for teachers, for partners, even for the leaders also. If you are a leader, if you are a manager, if you are leading a team, if you are leading a corporate, if you are leading your own business, then also you need to learn about this concept. You should follow this concept in wherever in your life you can. This is a really good concept. So let's start with today's topic. So I'm going to present my PPT here. Let's see. So yeah, today's topic is connection before correction, a leadership approach. So what is this connection before connection? Whenever we talk about anything, whenever we talk about leadership, we need to create a connection with our team members, with our partners before when we jump into correcting them, right? So why connection matters in leadership? It is said that leadership. Okay. So today we are talking about connection before correction, a leadership approach. So it is all about fostering trust, engagement, and growth in your teams. So myself, Aradhana Purohit, I am a certified parenting coach and a life coach and a founder of Strong Roots. So let's start. So when we talk about leadership, why connection matters here? Because leadership is not just about the authority, it is about the influence. It is about your employee performing better. They feel valued, heard, and respected. And in a research of Harvard Business Review, it is mentioned there that the team that are having a high trust in their leaders, in their managers, are performing 50% better than the other leaders and managers who are not trusting them, who are not valuing them, who are not hearing them, listening them, and who are not providing that proper respect to their team. So this is the reason we say that you need to being a connection with your teammates, with your partners, with your kids if you are a parent. So this is a common concept that works everywhere in your life. Okay. So what are the common leadership mistakes in correction? Yeah. So, what usually managers and leaders do when they are leading a team? Rushing to correct before understanding the issue. We usually do that. We just rush to interrupt our team member. We rush to correct them before we understand what is the issue, what are they are going through, and always using authority instead of empathy. We need to show them empathy. We need to work with the empathy other than instead of authority always. Okay. You don't need to be a boss all the time. You can be a team member and you can talk about what happened, what is the issue your team members are facing, and then you can go for the correction. Public correction instead of private feedback. This is a very common thing that we do always. Leaders, managers, even parents are doing that. They are correcting their partner or their team member or their kids in public. It's better to talk that in a private place, or you can just separately you can explain them what are the mistakes they have done, and instead of correcting them in a public, if you will give a private feedback to them, you will build a relationship with them. You will build that trust as a leader with your team member. And focusing on mistake instead of guiding improvement. Always focusing on mistakes, always taking out the mistakes instead of giving a chance to improve, instead of giving the option of improvement. We are as a leader, if you are focusing only on the mistakes, you will not be a trustworthy person for your team members. It's better to provide them an environment where they can improve themselves, guide them for their improvement. Just don't focus on mistakes all the time. So what is connection before correction? So here, a leadership mindset that prioritizes trust and relationship building before giving feedback. So here, what works? A 80-20 rule. What is this 80-20 rule? Here, we are using 80% of connection and 20% of correction. It means first, you have to build that relationship, you have to build that trust with your team members, and then you have to provide that feedback. If there is any negative feedback, if you want your team to improve, if you want your team member to correct their mistakes whatever they have done, then you can first build that trust with them. You can empathize with them, you can know what is the issue they are facing, and then you can go for correction. A manager who listens first and corrects later creates a stronger, more motivated team. So here we are giving a 4-step framework for connection before correction. What you can do here, how to start this. First, understand before you advise. So what you have to do before advising your team members, first you understand what they are going through, what they are doing, why they are doing. Ask that open-ended question and listen and actively. A good manager is a manager who listens actively, who is a good listener. A good listener can be a good manager, can be a good leader, can be a good parent, can be a good partner. So you need to be a good listener always before giving any advice. Validate efforts. Instead of just seeing the result and going for the correction, first validate the efforts they have made in what they have put there, whatever they have done in their work. So first recognize their hard work, just don't run behind the result, and then you can provide your feedback. Coach instead of criticize. A team need a coach, a leader, not a criticizer. Okay, criticize, criticize, criticism we can get anywhere in the society, everywhere it is. But if you are leading a team, if you are a manager, if you are a leader, please first start coaching your team. First start guiding them instead of criticism. Focus on solution and growth, then rather than blaming your team for anything. If you are doing this, you will definitely be a good leader. Correct with care. Definitely, we need to give feedback, we need to correct them, but it should not be given in a way that a person take it in a negative way. You can deliver your feedback with more encouragement, with more clarity of your thoughts, that what you want to deliver, what you want them to deliver, and what they are doing, definitely after validating their efforts. So here are a few techniques to build connection before correction. How you can do that? Active listening, as I already explained this, that you need to be a good listener. So first start listening your team, first start listening your team members, and then start working on it. Then the SBI model. What is this SBI model? This is situation, behavior, and impact. You need to work according to the situation. What is the situation? How your behavior should be, and you need to think about what is the impact of your behavior. For example, if you are yelling at your teammate in front of everyone, in front of all the team members, if you are pointing out a particular team member, then definitely the person will be having a negative thoughts for you. But instead of that, you are understanding the situation, you are giving your feedback privately, then you can see the impact. There will be a positive impact. So if you are understanding the situation, if you are, your behavior is depending on your situation, following the situation, then you can see a positive impact. Then comes the sandwich method. So this starts with positive feedback, provide constructive input, and then close positive. So if you have to give a feedback, no matter if it is a negative also, just start with the positive. You can see some positive things, some positive efforts of them, and you can praise them. You can give that positive feedback first, then you can provide your constructive input. Instead of using negative word, you can put it constructively, you can go in a positive way, and then you can close the matter. I see, I feel, I need approach. First, you need to observe, then you need to learn about the emotions, and then show your expectations clearly. So, your team should feel that my manager, my leader can see what I'm doing, can feel my emotion, what I'm going through, and they know that where we need them. My manager, my leader know that where the team need us and need them, and show your expectations clearly to your team members without any negative impact on them. So when it comes to implementing this concept of connection before correction in your workplace, how we will do that, right? So first, self reflection. How do you currently handle correction? You need to think about like how you are doing it right now, how you are doing it currently, and then you have to change it. If you are doing it in a wrong way, in a negative way, it's better you think it, then you have to go for it. Then identify one change. Go step by step. Think what you can do differently today. Start with one step, and then think what how you can encourage your team positively, how you can put a positive impact on your team at your workplace, and then apply the 4-step framework. Use it in real workplace situation this week. So I would suggest all the leaders and managers and all the corporate ones, whatever, if you are doing a business, whatever you are doing, wherever you are leading, just self reflect yourself, identify one change and start doing it, and try to apply that 4-step formula of connection before correction in your workplace for a week, and see the changes, see the positive changes, how your team get motivated, how they are working, and see what all positive changes you can see after applying this formula. So here, when we are closing this uh, today's this topic, this uh, we I just want you to learn about that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So this works everywhere. If you are working, if you are a manager, if you are a leader, you should let your team know that how much you care about them. You should show that care, that empathy, that validation to your team. Then only you can be a good leader. Prioritizing connection leads to trust, engagement, and long term success. If you build that trust with your team, you will see that you can run that team in the long run. Nobody is going to leave you. Your team members are happy, they work positively, they take things positively, and you will see a great growth in your business at your workplace. Encourage continuous learning, coaching, and feedback improvement. If your team is working in a positive way, they are ready to learn new things, they are ready to take your guidance, they are ready to improve themselves, they are ready to take the feedbacks from you and improve themselves if you are giving it in a positive way, if you are making a connection with them before correcting them. So this is all about today's topic, connection before correction. So I hope all of you global leaders, you will implement this formula in your life, in your workplace, with your kids, with your partners, with your team members, and everywhere wherever you work. And this is an amazing thing. This works each and everywhere in your life wherever you are working. Thank you.
This is wonderful. Thank you for carving out the time to share these wonderful, wonderful advice. These are very practical, very easy to follow. And I love the structure of the of your speech. And I feel like I hope a lot of leaders out there, if you are struggling, I would love you to watch this video anytime you feel like you feel like you're stuck and you don't know like how to move on with your team, or you feel like you are about to lose a team member, but you don't want to lose that person, right? Just because of overall small misunderstanding. I would love to advise for all of the leaders out there to always like watch this video again if you ever feel like you're like stuck in a place. But there were like so many techniques that really resonated with me. And when I was a leader, I also wish I had met you earlier so I could have, I made some mistake when I was younger. I did not have the best techniques, but I would really advise a lot of young people. If even you might think, oh, I'm not a manager, I don't need this video. No, no, no. You can start practicing way before. And if I felt like if I knew these techniques, so I really like the SVI model, the sandwich method, and there was one more, but I don't remember the name. But I felt like all four were very practical. I think a lot of people can apply that, even like you said, not just as a team leader, but you can use this with your relationship, with your friends, with your partner. We all want to build like a strong, connection with everybody
Yes.
in our world. But it really resonated with me about the sandwich method and the SBI model. And also one more technique that you told was like coach instead of criticism. And you said how we get criticism every day in our world. Why would you want that in your work environment? Why would you get
Workplace.
criticism at home? You already get that every day. I felt that message was really beautiful. And it really resonated with me because like while I was listening, there was a good reminder for me. Sometimes I can, we're all human, so we can get critical towards my students because I sometimes I might be challenging, or like I might challenge my partner, and that was like a good reminder for me to like, okay, coach instead of criticize. We get that every day. We want to focus on the solution instead of blaming. So I thought those messages were like really wonderful. And thank you for also like carving out and listing out the common mistakes that we may also make unintentionally, right?
Yes.
So as we wrap up, do we have one last message from our dear speaker?
Yeah. So this, whatever what I just want to say, that whatever you are doing in your life, just use this. Make a connection before correcting anyone. Build that trust with in your relationship, with your partners, with your kids, with your team members, with everywhere, whatever you are doing, and just avoid criticizing people. Instead of start guiding them, instead of start coaching them, so you will see a positive impact around you. You will see there is positive things happening around you if you will start thinking positively and stop criticizing others. That's
That's
all. Thank you.
wonderful.
Thank you
That's
so much
amazing.
for inviting me on the session. Thanks a lot.
You. This is our end of our session. Thank you, everyone who joined. I hope to see you in our future episodes. And make sure to follow
Thank
our YouTube
you.
channel and subscribe and be noted for new episodes just like these. Goodbye, everyone. See you in our next session.
Goodbye. Thank you. Thanks a lot.